Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. This is a channel where I look at Pokemon cards, primarily looking at the artwork. Although today's video isn't an artwork-centric video, specifically, though we will be concentrating on the artwork. It's an opening, it's first of several openings of boxes of Mega Dream EX, the latest high-class set out of Japan. Rather foolish of me to buy any of these boxes because they are very expensive. But, you know, I just fancied treating myself to a bit of a box opening for once. I will be buying all the singles that I need, which are going to be many from this set, because there's an awful lot of reprints of cards that I have in my artist collections and stuff that I will have to be getting the new prints of. But that's okay. That's what I do this hobby for. So I'm going to see if I can get this open without ripping the seal, because I prefer to keep them with the graphic art of the box as intact as possible. And I use these boxes to store the bulk and stuff. So there we go. Managed to get it open. All right. So yeah, this set has some very, very beautiful cards in it. But as I say, it's quite an expensive set at the moment. It'll probably get a bit cheaper, but I needed it pretty early on. You get 10 packs in here, and each pack has 10 cards. So it came out last Friday in Japan, and the chase card, I think, is the Mega Gengar, or the Gold Mega Dragonite card. So here we are. Let us give it a go and see how lucky or unlucky we are. Now we are assured apparently of 3 art rares in a box and a mega art card, which we will talk about when we see the mega art card. I'll give you my thoughts on it. So here we go with pack number 1. Actually, before we do it, I'm going to just adjust the camera a bit. We'll come down and be a bit closer too, so we can see the cards more properly. Right. Right, so we start with a Slugma by Sanosuke Sakuma. It's okay, it's a reprint. Not a particularly interesting card to my collection. A Kazube's Dusclops reprint. We got the Cascoon, I think. Or is it Silcoon? I don't know, I think it's a Cascoon. We got Scav's Bishop. So that'll go into my Scav collection. That is on my list of cards that I needed. This also, Matazo. This Noctowl, I've got something like 20 different versions of it now across English and Japanese. But because I collect Matazo in both English and Japanese, and I collect in all prints, I have to keep buying different versions of this Noctowl. And there'll be a couple more, of course, because there's reverse foils of that. So we've got Akira Egawa doing En's Zekrom. And I'm not a big fan of Egawa's art, but in this instance, I think that's a very good piece of artwork. I like that a lot. So the first reverse foil is a Fighting Energy Medicham by Ghidorah. It's a nice enough piece of artwork, but I don't collect Ghidorah, so there you go. And we have the Reshiram, which is the 5-band card. We have this Mine card by Kenichi Yamaguchi. It's a bit boring, I think. And we have the Terra Orb reprinted. So a very undistinguished first pack, but that's kind of what we're expecting from most of these packs. Although there are some very big chase cards in the set, most of what you pull out of a box is pretty undistinguished. We'll see. There might be a few things. I mean, I'm very pleased. Actually, what we'll do is we'll pull out cards that I'm going to be incorporating into sets, ongoing sets. So that's a Matazo and a Scav, I think, were the only ones in there that go into artist collections. And we'll move on with pack 2. So we've got a Stunfisk by Tetsugiyama. It's quite nice, a bit pointilliste. Mugi Hamada has done this Rocket Smokero. again. Well, it's the reprint. Now this is a new card, and it's Minose, who is an artist I think is very, very talented. This card doesn't particularly appeal to me. It's okay. Noivern's an okay Pokemon, but this is a little bit forgettable as a piece of artwork. And Minose has done some incredible cards. The last couple of cards they've done. This one is not one that would have caught my eye, but for the fact that I like this artist's work, so it'll go into a collection. We've got Taika Kasai doing the reprint of the Spidops, Rocket Spidops. I do collect Kasai's work, but I may have to rethink that, given that they're about to do there's a lot of cards in this set that are slightly more expensive, but we'll see. Narano's Togekiss again. Oh, excellent. Well, our first art rare is the most expensive to buy, so that saves me going and paying money for it. And I needed it because I collect Rend. This is a beautiful card, so that is a very successful hit from the box to get the Psyduck by Rend. That is also a successful card because I collect Ceruledge, and I needed to get this, so that'll be going into my Ceruledge collection. Tono's Shaman, lovely reprint of that card, Hens Castle, and the Night Stretcher. So we've got some cards there for my collection. Nicest one so far. I'm trying to stay calm and be neither optimistic nor pessimistic about my chances of pulling anything worthwhile. So, Satoma, the nightmare that is Satoma. As I've said on previous videos, I'm a huge Satoma fan, collect their work, and then that Chinese Mew EX came along that screwed up my completism. But I will continue to collect Satoma cards because they are incredibly talented, and they're being given some very nice little commissions. This is a reprint of the Curlier card from a couple of sets back, so I did need it for my Satoma collection. Jerky's Tatsugiri, and Komayama's Iona's Wattrel. We'll go a little bit fast. I mean, Murayama is great. I don't have a complete Murayama collection, or do I? I might have. I can't remember. I did do a video on there. The same with true with Kodama. So we've got the Togepi in Psychic Energy as the reverse. So there's 2 reverse for each Pokemon card, general card, non-EX cards, etc. There's either a ball card of varying type or an energy symbol card. We've got the Crobat again, and yeah, this is nice. Narumi Sato has done this Beautifly, and I was looking at it the other day, and I was thinking that's really beautiful. Just the tilt of it. It's it's not straight on. It's slightly, this wing is lower than that wing, and it's just a nice angle they've painted out. The horizon isn't flat. It's slightly off, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. I've said this on a previous video about using what's called a Dutch tilt on a card to change the horizon to give drama. And when I think it was on that Lapras card, yeah. But anyway, I'm diverging from what I'm talking about. Yeah, when you just got a slightly off, I mean, that could be a natural horizon because it could be a hillside, so that's fine. But it's a lovely card, bright colours. Suits the Pokemon. I prefer Dustox, and actually I do need the Dustox because it's by Kamanabe. So I'm going to have to get all variants of the Dustox card. Well, the 3 variants of the Dustox card, and in Japanese, and then the English ones as well. So I'll be seeing a lot of that Dustox card over the coming months. Oh, well, I do collect Pancham, so this is Minato. It's pretty simple, but I do like that background. I like that background a lot. Yes, so that'll go into a collection, a species collection. Let's just see what else we've got here. That Nisimono. So I need this one, this Mismagius. Let's have a look at it. I love Nisimono's work. Wow, very complicated background, cityscape. done through a fisheye lens. Yep, I like that very much. Ghidorah has this Sneasel, yeah, reprinted. Our second art rare is this Medicham by Keiichiro Ito. And I don't like the Pokemon. As a piece of graphic art, it's quite 70s. I actually think that works quite well as an art rare. It's better in person than I was expecting it to be. So I'm not disappointed by that one. I think it's an interesting, very graphic piece of art, symmetry, etc. So that's nice. And oh, wow. Okay, so we did get an SAR, and it's one of the ones that I really, really wanted. I was going to be buying this if I didn't pull it. And this is Shinanahara's Pheasantipity, and I think it's fucking gorgeous. So let us have a proper... Oh, I'm very pleased to have pulled that. I love this cherry blossom. Wow. Yeah, so that's probably right up there as one of the top cards I could have wanted, because I've already... not that one. Sorry, wrong one. Pulled the wrong card out. This one I've already bought, which was the Iris by Kuroi Mori. And I've already bought the Mewtwo by Arita. So what else I'm really looking for? I'm looking for the Zoroark by Kazama. The Mega Dragonite by Dom, I think, is really lovely. What else, man? The Metagross by Akagi. Not Akagi. By... Who's it by? The Metagross, anyway. I really want that. Oh, it's by Chibi, isn't it? It's Chibi. Yeah, I want that Metagross. But I'm very pleased to pull this. I think that is a glorious card. So very, very pleased. Let me just put a sleeve on it because I do not want to damage it in any way. I'll just sleeve up the two art rares as well while we're here. Everything else will get sleeved up in time, but just for the time being, we're doing that. So, excellent. Oh, I am pleased. So, a successful box for me. Let us see what else we get. Well, Tairakitsu's Gabite. I collect Tairakitsu, and I needed that card, so that's another one in the Keeps collection. Kochechi, Dracloak, Ralts, Draldon. I love this Fusei Zeraora. I'm going to keep that one out. Okacheke I collect in Japanese, and this was it was English exclusive as a pre-release promo before. So now, nice to have that for my Okacheke collection. I can take the English one out of the Okacheke and put it in. We've got Jerky's Electros. Electric. With the electric. So that's nice. And we've got Yona's Bellybolt and Luincia. And these girls, N's sisters or whatever. So we'll put that out as a hit of something. Right. Oh, I am pleased with... Sorry, I had to go on about... Yeah, this box has worked out very well for me so far. Yeah, we like those two. Right, what have we got here? Oh, Tomoe Miyazaki. I needed that for my Tomoe Miyazaki collection. The Gibble. Tezero. Jerky again. Toshineo Aoki. Arita's amazing Rockets Articuno. Beautiful. Need to get all the different... Well, I think I've pre-ordered all the versions of that anyway from Japan, so that's fine. Yasukuni has done this Entei. Now, I did a video on Yasukuni's work moderately recently, so I will add this to my Yasukuni collection, and I collect Entei as well, so I'll need several copies of that. Oh, excellent. So we've got the... What is it? Just a regular Pokeball by the look of it. Yep, regular Pokeball version of Tairakitsu's... what's the wrong card? Where are we looking? There we go. Terrakitsu's Gabite. Still one more to go. We got this Mega Howlucha, and I haven't played the new games, Legends ZA. I just didn't feel inspired, so I haven't seen any of these new Megas. I don't really know much about them. Maybe in time I will cave and get it, but it looks a little bit boring and repetitive to me. It doesn't have any of the flair that Legends Arceus had. So, oh, I like that very much. That's a Scav card, of course. I've got several copies of this in various prints, but it'll go in my Scav collection, so that one's to keep. Kuro, that's very nice. That's a new Gemi card for my Gemi collection, and it's Dragonair. Beautiful, beautiful card. Yeah, I'll be wanting to get all the different versions of that. I think this is a new Tapu Koko, Arasaki Dynamic. I think it's new. Tezero has done a King Gambit card. That's really nice. Very silly Pokemon. Glued to his seat at all times, it seems. We've got the Tono Shaman as a Grass Energy reverse. And we got the one I wanted. I mean, yes, the Charizard would be nice, but actually this is the one I wanted. Let me just race through those three cards. Excellent. What an excellent box. So we've got the Mega Gengar, which, as I said, Taiga Kasai I collect in Japanese. And I was thinking, oh God, well, that means I've got to get that Mega Gengar for my Taiga Kasai collection. Well, there you are. I have the Mega Gengar for my Taiga Kasai collection. So that is very successful. Well, before we put it in the sleeve, let's have a look at this. So it is textured. It has a sort of wobbly line through here. Now, my thoughts on these, which are designated MA, Mega Art or something, I don't know. They're very pop art. They're very Liechtenstein, or they're very graphic. I think the Japanese text across them looks so much better, but the Japanese text is on the English versions, and the card quality is worse, and the rest of the text is English. So there isn't a winning solution. My preference would be a Japanese card with Japanese quality with Japanese text across it, but that doesn't exist. So in this case, I think that's fine. Void Gale, not offensive words. I mean, the Scrafty one is just ridiculous, whatever it is. Something leg. Just ridiculous. But this looks nice. Nice representation of Gengar. But there is a homogenization of the artwork on these Mega Artwork cards, so that this doesn't really look like a Taiga Kasai card. It's got outlines for a start. It's a bit like what they did with the little baby shinies in Shining Fates, etc., or Paldean Fates. It's you lose the artist's actual signature style, but it has texturing. It's nice enough. It's not one of the misprinted cards that would have the Chinese texturing under the letters, but very, very nice. So what else are we looking for? We're looking, I think one more art there is under an item, maybe an item SAR, or not SR, an item SR. Right, so we needed this for my Sabateri collection. I don't think I have that. So, Yu Yu Oka, we need that for my Yu Yu Oka collection, the Pawniard. Hungry Clicker has done the Honchkrow again. So we've got Murayama's Dubwool as a just regular Pokeball. Nice enough. Right, so we've got Jamming Tower as our trainer SR, which I can't remember what the other trainer SRs are, so this is a nice enough card. Happy to have that. I've got the Rocket Mew too, and a couple of trainer cards there. So I'm hungry. I've just been making lunch. It's on the stove ready to be eaten after I've done this video, so my mind is drifting. It's okay, Erika Mai. Karatas So's Roly Coly, Thomas Mimikyu, Kodama's Makago, Terapagos by Ghidorah. Oh, that's nice. That's what is that? Heavy ball or something? Can't remember which ball that is. But that's nice. Dracloak reverse. And right, Kochechi has done this Frostmoth. That's actually really nice. Yeah, I like that. I think I collect Kochechi. I'll put that down there. That's a bit embarrassing. I can't remember what I collect. I don't. No, maybe I don't. I think it's just Toyachi. Kochechi, no. And on we go to the final pack. So we finish up with Badu. Ah, right. Okay, I wanted this card very much. This is Mingo. Mingo has been really impressing me with the last couple of cards they've done. Totally hypersaturation, pop arts, graphic, clean, cartoon style. Really wasn't my thing when I first saw this stuff, and I thought, that's not gonna be something I want to collect. And I don't like Rotom. But I think this card is fantastic. I think that is an absolutely brilliantly designed piece of artwork and executed. That is one of the better cards in the set. So I'm very pleased to get that. Sasuma's Psyduck, which was a promo prior to this, but is now a regular card. This is a new one, Ikeda Saki? I can't. I think it's Saki. I don't like Petrant anyway, but it's a bit gloomy. That dark upper part of the card is interesting, but it's not an appealing piece of artwork to me. The Kilowattrel, the Reshiram. Right, we've got Cynthia's Mikaruge. And this one is by Hungry Clicker. And I quite like it. I don't love it, but I quite like it. And we've got the Zekrom and the trainers. So I think that's, given that most of these boxes are not going to get anywhere close to actually getting your money back for having bought the box. But this isn't too bad. This, I don't feel it was a disaster at all in any way, because I got the best, second best MA, I guess, after Charizard. I got 2 of the desirable art rares there and the Medicham, and I did get an SAR, which you're not guaranteed in every box. I think it's 1 in 2 or 3 boxes has an SAR. I think it's closer to 1 in 3. So that's really nice that I got that, and not only that, it was one that I really wanted. So I'm going to go and have my lunch, because I've made some really nice lentil soup. So I'm going to go and eat that with my partner, and upload this video to YouTube. So there we go. That is today's video. If you watched it, I hope I didn't make a fool of myself and you enjoyed something that you saw.